retirement, you want to do what makes you happy, right? But for some, it might not always work out this way. Some physical conditions might get in the way of you doing what makes you happy. Not being able to live an active lifestyle in retirement will limit to the things that you're able to do. For example, my grandpa, when he went into retirement, he had all these things planned out. He wanted to do things around the house, he wanted to do things outdoors, he wanted to be an active person. But when the day came, he came to realize he was not in the best shape of his life. He was very limited as to what he was able to do physically. So in this speech, I will be demonstrating how to do some basic yoga that will help you live an active lifestyle and do all the things that you want to do in your retirement years. And according to the National Alliance of Mental Illness, 6.5 million of the 35 million Americans aged 65 years and older suffer from depression. They also stated that depression is not something that's inherited or genetic, that prolonged stress, a loss, or a major life change can trigger depression. And this is what happened to my grandpa. My grandpa, because he was not able to do the things that he hoped for, he started stressing out and he fell into depression, unfortunately. And unfortunately, my grandpa's not alone. In addition to that, the helpguide.org stated that flexibility exercises help enhance your range of motion, prevent injury, and reduce pain and stiffness. So that is why I will be demonstrating some basic yoga. So I will be demonstrating 3 parts to this. I will demonstrate first how to warm up your body and mind together to get ready for the yoga poses. And second, I will be demonstrating 2 basic yoga poses that will help you have a good body to be able to do active things throughout your life. And the third thing I will be demonstrating is how to cool down after the yoga poses to bring our heart rate down. So first we'll go ahead and start with controlling our breathing. So you will have to get in your feet shoulders width apart. And at this point, remember that yoga, one of the most important things about yoga is keeping your breathing under control to release all that stress you have. So you will begin by inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. As you're doing this, you're going to bring up your arms above your head in a circular motion and then bring them down. Remember to always inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. So you're going to go ahead and do that for about 30 seconds or even more until you feel like you have your breathing under control. So I did it really quick, and so now we're going to go ahead and do some stretches to get our body prepared. And a lot of people carry a lot of tension in your neck area and your shoulders. So we'll go ahead and start by doing some stretches on your neck. So we're going to go ahead and do some basic circular motion like this, and then you're going to go ahead and do it the opposite way. And this will help you release all the tension you have built up on your neck area and shoulders. I'm doing it really fast, but once again, make sure to really get all that stretch in there. So for that, now we're going to go ahead and stretch our midsection to get ready for our poses. So you're going to go ahead and bring your right hand above, over your head, reaching against on the opposite side, and just really make sure you're getting all this stretched out in your midsection here. And now you're going to go ahead and do the same for the opposite side. Bring your left arm over your head and really get that stretch in there as well. And make sure to hold each stretch for about 30 seconds to really get that stretch in there. So now we're going to go ahead and stretch sitting down. This is going to be on the floor, but for this purpose, I'm going to go ahead and go on the table. So see how this works out. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and sit down, crisscross, and you're going to go ahead and bring your left hand over on your right knee and your right hand behind your back, and just really get that stretch in there. Hold that for about 30 seconds as well. Now we're going to do the opposite. Bring your right hand on your left knee and left hand behind your back. And we're going to go ahead and hold that for about 30 seconds. So to really, really get that stretch in your back. So now we're going to go ahead and stretch our inner thighs and our legs. So we're going to go ahead and put our feet flat against one another. And we're going to hold our feet and just come and bring your head and chest towards your feet and really get that stretch in your inner thighs here. So once that is done, we're going to go ahead and now stretch our legs in another way. I'm going to go ahead and bring our legs completely straight and just reach for your toes. If you can't reach your toes, it's okay. I can't either that well. But just make sure you're really getting that stretch underneath your thighs. And it's really important that you really stretch out, especially if you're an elderly person. You really want to make sure that you really have those stretches really good. So that was the first part of the speech, which was demonstrating how to warm up. And now we'll go ahead and get started on how to do the actual poses. So for the first pose, we can go ahead and do it standing up. It's called the high lunge variation pose. So for this pose, we're gonna go ahead and put our right foot in front of our left foot, about 2 feet apart, and we're gonna go ahead and bend your right knee. And make sure when you bend it, that it does not pass your toe. And you're gonna go ahead and keep your left leg completely straight back, and then you're gonna go ahead and use your arms and reach above your head and put them reaching towards the ceiling. And hold this, it looks easy, but you have to really hold it for a couple seconds and just hold this. And this helps with maintaining your balance, which is really good. When you're doing a lot of things, you want to really have a good balance so you don't have to fall or anything. So that was a high lunge variation pose. So now the second pose I will be demonstrating to you is called the upward dog facing position. So for this, we're going to go ahead and get down on the floor as well. So we're going to go ahead and go on the floor again. And for this pose, you're going to go ahead and get down on your knees. You're going to bring your arms right in front of you and push-up position. And at this point, you're going to go ahead and bring your chest down. And you're going to be completely flat on the floor, chest and stomach flat on the floor. Having your hands flat right next to your chest, you're going to go ahead and push yourself forward, like this. And make sure at this point your back is completely straight, your arms are locked. You're going to be facing the opposite and bring your chin and pull it forward and hold that. And since this is a pose, you're going to hold it for longer. Hold it for about 30 and not a minute to really get that stretch in there in that pose. Okay, so now that that is ready, I'm going to go ahead and do it really quick. You're going to come back. So that was the upward facing dog position, so that was the second pose. So now that concludes for the poses that we're going to do today. So now we're going to go ahead and go into the third part, which is our cool down. So for our cool down, we're already on our knees on the floor. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get into what is called the child's pose. And this is a really good pose to really bring your heart rate down and really concentrate on your breathing. So you're going to go ahead and what you're going to do, you're going to bring your rib cage and your chest down against your thighs like this, and bring your arms away from your body, stretching them forward. Bring your head down to the floor like this. And if you need to hold this for a minute or even longer, go ahead and do so. Just remember that this is all about maintaining, maintaining and relaxing and maintaining your breathing under control the whole time. So you're going to go ahead and hold that for about a minute. So now that that is ready, we're going to go ahead and once again sit crisscross how we did in the beginning. And this time, since this is about cooling down and really focusing in on our breathing, you can sit any way that it's more comfortable for you. This whole time, remember to keep your back straight. You're going to put your hands on your knees. And at this point, if you want to close your eyes or if you need to close your eyes to really get in a relaxed state of mind, go ahead and do so. And remember to always breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth so you can really have control over your breathing. At this point, you're going to go ahead and do this for a couple minutes if you need so you can go ahead and bring your heart rate down as well. Okay, so now I did that really quickly, but if there's, like for example, now my grandpa that is doing this daily, he is more active than ever. He's doing these yoga poses in the morning. If he's not able to do it in the morning, he does them at night. This is not only beneficial for his body, but also for his state of mind. This relaxes him. This causes him to not stress out and even enjoy his retirement years even more. So that is why in this speech today I demonstrated how to do some basic yoga, and I hope for your retirement years you're able to enjoy life as much as possible and don't have to have limitations as to your physical condition that will not let you enjoy all those years that are for you. And that concludes my speech.